And that's his friend Vincenti, who was on his team in the Peace Corps days. He lives in outside of Arusha, I think. He lives in a hut with no electricity or phone or anything. He writes. I think I have his address somewhere. Hello, Vincenti. I don't know if you remember me, but this is Kathy, Larry Harris's wife. I really wish it was Larry here giving you this message, but you know, we lost him last year. And I am so sorry about your son, too. But we both remembered and talked so much about our safari to Mkomazi and staying in Same, and how excited you and Larry were when you saw what had been changed at Mkomazi and your old headquarters. That was a great trip for me. I learned a lot, and we remember this gigantic snake on the road that we all had to get out and look at. That was one of the biggest snakes ever. But I really enjoyed that visit with you and with your wife, and we still have that beautiful basket. In fact, I have it here, the basket that your wife made and that you gave to us. It's one of my treasures, and it hangs on our wall, and when we have special company, we use it to put bread in. So I hope you and your whole family are well. Please give my best to your wife, and I hope I'll get to Tanzania one of these days and see you again. Oh, the only thing is, Vincenti, that you're a very hard guy to find. I remember when we got to Arusha, Larry had to go do a lot of scouting and went to find you, and he was just so thrilled when we connected. So I hope Ernie finds you just as easily.
Now, will you be our translator for us?
Yes.
That I am the friend of Larry Harris.
Anasema yeye ni rafiki wa Larry Harris, mlifanya naye kazi. Rafiki yake na Larry.
Ndio.
Unamkumbuka?
Ndio, nakumbuka sana.
Huyu ni rafiki yake.
Ndio.
Amekuja kukusalimia kwa sababu yake.
Ni kweli. Nashukuru sana. Yeye ni mzima.
He's saying, is he fine?
No. Larry has passed away.
Okay. Anasema Larry amefariki.
Kweli?
Amefariki. He's surprising. He's paying. When did he die? Passed away?
Last summer.
Anasema amefariki mwaka jana.
Mwaka jana?
August
last year. Mwaka jana, mwezi wa 8. He's asking what caused his death.
There is breathing. He has had a problem. All his brothers and sisters have it. That when they get to be a certain age, it's in their genetic from his nationality that they need help breathing, and so we needed the oxygen, the breathing tubes.
Anasema alikuwa na shida ya kupumua na kitu ambacho kimerithi katika familia yao cha ukoo.
Nyumbani kwao kabisa.
He's saying he remembers that he had such a problem.
But tell him he had a very happy life up till then. It was fairly sudden. He had an operation for his lungs, and then it was after that operation. But up to that, he had a very active life.
Anasema alikuwa na maisha mazuri ya furaha na amani mpaka alipopata shida ya kupumua na baada ya kufanywa operation.
Ni kweli.
That's it. A water bug in the kitchen, and I said, this can't be true. In the middle of the night, I kept hearing this person calling for Bwana, Bwana. And so I woke up, not knowing if it was a dream or what. But anyway, I woke up and I said, okay, well, what do you want? I hear you. And he said, a lion is eating me. And I said, well, Juma, that's very unlikely. I can't believe that you're yelling at me and telling me, and I've been waking up and a lion hasn't eaten you already. How do you know he's eating you? He's digging under the door. He's digging me out of this round banda or house. And so luckily I had a lot of firearms there for just this purpose. And I then went out in the night and started shooting high-powered rifles over the tent, over the banda, to drive off any lions that would have been there. And then I went up there with no lights, no electricity, no nothing, of course, and we started searching around, and sure enough, a lion or several had been trying to dig him out of there. And then he wouldn't stay there. He insisted on sleeping with me for the rest of that night, and he was just absolutely terrified.
Yeah, tell him I feel like I'm taking Larry's place, saying some of the stories for him.
Anasema anajisikia kama vile amechukua ile nafasi ya Larry katika hadithi hii.
Ni kweli kabisa.
It is true.
Kweli kabisa. Ni kabisa. Nimefurahi, lakini sasa mtu rafiki yangu kama amekwenda nimefurahi.
But my friend has gone.
But I've come with stories of his friend, yes.
Lakini amekuja na hadithi nzuri ya rafiki yako.
Afadhali hata nimepata habari.
It's better that I've got news.
Kuliko kufikiri mtu bado yupo na
Than
yupo.
think that the man is still alive while he's not alive. So it's very, that has given him energy. Thank you very much. He's saying he misses a word to say. The way he's really happy and excited. He didn't expect for such a visit. He remembers the way he worked with Larry, and since they left each other, he became also sick and he had a stroke. But he thanked God that he is still alive. Till today, you have managed to come and meet him and give him such greetings from his friends. Yeah. He's saying that for him, Larry was a great man. He remembers the way they worked together. Even the government were amazed with their work. And he learned a lot of things and experience from Larry. He was so strong, even if the thorns and bushes, trees fall on him, he still was working. And that was Larry.
Jambo Vincenti.
Yeah, so he says, with his whole his heart, you like you to keep on doing that. It is a very important kind of thing. And he says, for example, what you have just done when the first day you came here. He says he feels like he in big relief, and he feels like even his days here in the world has been added a little bit more. He says because I was thinking a lot about Larry. I was remembering Larry a lot, but I did not have any means to communicate with him and so forth. So by you just telling the news about Larry and so forth, he says now I feel like there's great relief on me.
Toka siku ile nimetoka hapa. Mimi basi mimi na akili yangu na mimi sasa inachangamka naona kama niko pale Mkomazi, naona kama niko mahali fulani.
So he says, so he says like since the last day we came here, or the first day I can say, he says even his mind has become more active. He says now he sometimes can, all those pictures from Komazi just come around since that day. He remembers a lot of things. He feels so happy. Yeah, kweli kabisa.
Na picha. Asante sana. Asante sana. Asante sana. Mimi ndio nasema karibu sana.
Old friend, they shine like diamonds. Old friend, you can always call. Old friend, Lord, you can't buy 'em. You know it's old friends after all. When the house is empty and the light begins to fade, and there's nothing to protect you except a window shade, and it's hard to put your finger on the thing that scares you most. You can't tell the difference between an angel and a ghost. Old friend, to shine like diamonds.